Hey, welcome to this video. If you arrived here, you're probably searching for a view of RedCLive, so I'll go over how it works and give you my 2 cents, whether I think it's a good use of your time. I'm always coming up with videos like this, so consider subscribing. And if you'd like my free training and the number one simplest, fastest way to earn a full-time income from home, working part-time hours, all you have to do is click the link below. You'll see my email opt-in page. Enter your best email. I could send you my free training if you want. RedCLive, let's dive in. So what it is, basically, it's your standard survey website where you could, answer surveys and questionnaires related to different topics like, lifestyle habits, your financial choices, social issues, purchasing preferences, lots of different topics. You'd accumulate points for your efforts and you could redeem those points for money eventually. Now, as far as survey sites go, I'd say this is definitely one of the better ones. They process payments automatically, which is great. That means you don't have to do anything as far as withdrawing your money. It's just automatically sent to you once you hit the threshold. They pay very well, about €1 for a 5-minute survey, and that might not sound like a lot, but that's actually very high. Most surveys pay, about 50 cents, maybe €1, maybe €2 if you're very lucky for a 15 to 45-minute survey. So 5-minute survey, you're earning €1. That's really good. They do provide a lot of information on their website too, which is great. If you go to their FAQ section, it tells you pretty much everything you'd want to know, and which is great because a lot of websites, they're quite vague. They kind of like to be very secretive. They don't really tell you what you're getting when you sign up. But these guys, they're very transparent. And lastly, they just have a very good reputation in the industry. That's what I'll say. So what are the cons? Well, first of all, it's only available to residents of Ireland, so it could be a con if you don't live in Ireland. It's interesting. Most survey sites are for U.S. residents, but this one's for Ireland. So hopefully you live in Ireland. There aren't that many surveys to go around. That's another con. So you might get 1 or 2 a week. You might get one every couple weeks. It just depends. Meaning you can't sit there all day answering surveys, even if you really wanted to. There's just not enough to go around. So maybe consider signing up to multiple sites. And one website you can check out is called Survey Police. They have all the top survey websites listed on there. And then I would sign up to like 30 websites if you can. And that way you're getting a steady stream of surveys. You're not getting one a week. If you want to turn this into a quote-unquote side hustle, which I wouldn't really recommend, but if you wanted to, that's what I would do. And so that's it. So the con is the major con is there's not that many surveys to go around, and I would say the low pay is also a con. Even though they pay more than other survey websites, you still aren't going to get rich from this kind of work. So, and I would also add another con is the threshold is quite high. The payout threshold, it's £50 or €50. I get those mixed up. €50. So which it could take you half a year just to withdraw your money. So I don't. Do you have the patience for that? I don't know. And then maybe I should also mention. I know I keep adding things, but here's another potential con is they only pay by check, which is not a bad thing, I guess. Very old school, but it can take a bit of time for them to deliver your earnings. So the checks are delivered at the beginning of each month, and then it'll take 2 weeks to arrive probably once you reach the threshold. So if you reach the threshold in early June, you might not receive payment until mid-July. Just keep that in mind. Now, if you are still interested in signing up here, the sign-up process is pretty straightforward. You just enter your email. You just submit a form with your email, password, and they also want your date of birth. Actually, here's the form. So yeah, date of birth and a couple other things. Then you'll need to confirm your account via email. They'll send you a confirmation email. And then what you need to do is fill out a profile. And this profile is going to ask very specific demographic details about you. So they'll want to know what your occupation is, whether you drive a car, your hobbies and interests, your education. And the reason they do that is because survey sites are all based on demographics. So, for one survey, they're looking for women between, 20 and 55 who live in a particular city, and that doesn't describe you, then you would not be invited to that survey. I hope that makes sense. And so they use this information to match you with surveys, in short. And then once you filled out that profile, it's just a matter of playing the waiting game. So you'll just wait to receive invites in your email inbox. They don't have a member dashboard. It's all done through email. And again, how often you receive these invites will depend on your demographic. It just really comes down to luck. So, and that's all it is. You only have so much control over that. Make sure to actually read the surveys. Go through them. Don't rush. If they detect you're giving illogical answers or you're not actually giving genuine answers, then you might not get credit. So, or you're just speeding through them. So now, as far as disqualification, I haven't really read about that being a problem. Because see how most survey websites work is you'd answer some pre-screening questions once you're invited to a survey, and then you could get screened out of a survey basically if you don't give the right answers in the pre-screening questions, because they'll say, oh, you're not the right demographic, we thought you might be but you're not, and then you just wasted more time. But with these guys, it doesn't appear that they have a very high disqualification rate. Their disqualification rate is actually quite low with the pre-screening questions, which is good. It means you're not wasting lots of time. That's the impression I get, at least. I haven't read any complaints about that. So as long as you're giving genuine answers, you shouldn't have a problem. All in all, RedCLive is a perfectly good survey site. You can check it out if you want. But even though it is a perfectly good survey site, it's still just a survey website, if you know what I'm saying, which means you're not going to get rich. You're not going to be able to retire or quit your job. It's just a way to earn, an extra, a euro here, a couple euros there, nothing substantial. So it just depends. If you're bored and you just want to, play around on your phone, maybe you don't really need the money, then you could check out this site and maybe sign up to some of those other sites I showed you through Survey Police. But maybe you're here not necessarily because you want to be earning, such little money, pennies on the dollar we're talking here. Maybe you want to earn real money. I'm talking, 20, 50, 100 euros an hour plus from the comfort of your own home. If that's the case, what I recommend is click the link below. You'll see my email opt-in page. Enter your best email. I could send you my free training that'll detail a business model you could do from your home. All you need is a laptop or desktop. You could be a solopreneur, just one person. You don't need any real special skills or credentials to get started. The startup costs are very low. There's lots of leverage and automation in place, meaning you don't have to be there all the time necessarily. You could build this out on the side, even if you only have an extra 1 or 2 hours a day. And you could just be earning way more money than you ever could with a website like RedCLive, any survey site. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Hope to see you on the other side of my link, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.